compound, let me say their family, I wasn't accepted. Maybe because I'm too old for the song. Or what, I don't know. It was so tough. It became a lonely marriage. But thank God my husband stood by me for this period. When I went home December, something happened. I cried. I said, God, the burden is too much. Remove it from me. If you do this for me, I will come and testify. I will tell people that Omihuku Jesus is a God that answers prayers. The first vigil they did this year, that I wasn't supposed to come because I was so tired. I said, no, I must come. When I came, Father Leo was praying that anything you want, just ask God for it. If he doesn't do it, know that that Omihuku Jesus is not a God he's calling upon. I poured my heart to God that day. I said, God, just complete my joy. Remove this garment of barrenness from me and clothe me with garments of fruitfulness. I was just crying that night. At a point when Father Leo was praying, he lost his voice. Because I told God, give me a sign that you answer me today. At my working place, people say things that are not supposed to be said to me. People that are not supposed to talk to me, they will talk to me. I said, God, one day this will be a story. So when I was praying that night, I was shedding tears. But at a point, I started laughing. I said, why am I laughing in this my predicament? And I remember what the colleague told me. Because my mother took time before she gave birth. My immediate elder brother, this is the 11th year, he has not given birth. And I was like, God, the lady said that is the family pattern. I said, God, this family pattern, I don't want to be part of it. Because it has always been my mother's prayer point. Let her children not go through what she went through in marriage. So after pouring my heart out, that the father said, we should go. Just believe that God has done it. Lo and behold, February, I was supposed to go for a test at FMC. When I went there, the lab technician chased me out. I was like, why? My money? Why chasing me out? I said, anyway, if I step into your office again, know that I'm not serving Omihuku Jesus. Funny enough, February, I wasn't thinking towards that direction because I've given hope. You know, my cousin sister called me because she has stood by me all this while. That Chinyere, why haven't you gone for the test you were supposed to do? Have you not seen your period? I said, Auntie, no, I've not seen you. She said, go and run for pregnancy test. I started laughing. I said, Auntie, please don't come and spoil my mood. My kid sister told me, sis, go and do home tests. When I did it, it was 2 lines. I was like, this is not possible. When my husband came, I told him, Anna, see what I'm seeing. You know, we knelt down and prayed. I still went to the hospital. I still went to the lab to confirm. They said it's positive. I was still doubting it. I went to General. I did scan. And it was positive. I started crying in the lab. The guy said, Madam, why are you crying? I said, bros, you will not understand. It hasn't been an easy journey. You know, he was like praising God with me. And it was a smooth journey. I never had any reason to say God has not been faithful. Funny enough, October 11th, there is this place my husband used to go for prayers. They now told him, I was sitting in the house. He now rushed in. That he called my younger sister. That look at what they told him there. That I should go and book for CS. Though we've discussed it. I told him I don't want story. Let me go for CS. Maybe because of age and other things. He said, okay. But at a point, I said, the money is not there. Who will do it for us? You know? So when he came that day, he called my kid sister. I was like, is it about church again? So, when he came, they told him in their church that I will deliver through CS and I must do it immediately. If not, that I'm in pains. My baby is struggling. If not, that I will die. If not, they will die. And their baby will die. I thought my husband is not my portion. You know, somehow I became afraid. But when I came to adoration, Father was praying for spirit of fear. I said, God, remove this spirit of fear from me. I went for antenatal. They have to hold me there. They said, Madam, you're more than due. That I'm 40 weeks plus. I was calling Father Leo. He wasn't picking. At the point, I called, I texted him. Look at what they told me. Like 2 minutes later, he called me. That I should go in there. That will make you Jesus will show why he's God. From 24th, which being Wednesday, I started struggling. They started from cervical ripening, Thursday, till late in the night. I told the doctor, I am not feeling anything again. I am not feeling my baby's movements. Nothing, you know. The guy said, he sees yes immediately. I said, go. I signed for it before my husband came. So on the 25th, precisely, God gave me my praise. God wiped away my tears. God made me to join motherhood. And I said, God, thank you. At least, for the first time, my father-in-law called me and said, my angel, how are you? And I was like, God, I thank you. Because it can only
Adorers, praise the Lord. My name is Amake Irucharo. I want to thank God for what God has done for me. On 27th of August, I went for an operation, fibroid operation. I called Father Rio and told him what I was going, that I'm going for operation. He prayed for me and told me that I should go, that is everything going to be a successful one. I went for the operation. After everything, I came out successfully. 27 fibroid was brought out of my body. After everything, I came back home. We started planning on how I will come back for my Thanksgiving and testimony. But the devil said no. On the 27th of October, my brother came back. He was complaining that he didn't know what is wrong with him, that inside his body was cold. My brother went inside the room. After 10 minutes, we went inside his room. My brother was not moving again. We took him to the hospital. He was on coma for 2 days. We called Father Leo. We gave him a text message. He replied and rushed to the hospital. Father Leo prayed and prayed and prayed. He called on God. To God be the glory. My brother coughed 3 times and came back to life. After everything, we started testifying, praising God, dancing unto the glory of God. But the devil never rests. He came back. My brother was still in the hospital. On the 4th of November, I was rushed to the same hospital. My brother was in this room while I was in this room. After everything, they said that my intestine was twisted. The whole food I was eating was not going down. Everything was hung on my chest. So then the doctor took a pipe through my nose to enter inside my tummy. I started vomiting. I vomited everything. Then took me to scan. They said it was my intestine that was twisted, that I would go for another surgery. All my siblings, they were crying. They said that they never supported that operation. Then the doctor referred me to General. We went to General. They said there is no space. So they called one of the doctor. The doctor came. So he referred us to his own hospital. We went to that hospital. So for 9 good days, I was not eating, no food, no water, just only drip. So till they prepare for the operation. My people was against the operation. I told them that we called for Leo. He said that we should go for the operation. Nothing will happen. I told my people that my mind is strong, that I will go for the surgery. I went for the surgery. Today, I am standing before you. Under 2 months, I went for 2 surgeries. To God be the glory.
Adora, praise the Lord. My name is Benjamin Francine. I came here on the 21st of June. Father, now pray. There is woman under the canopy. Anytime when she came, say she won't come Adora. Yeah. So there's one if the hotel and say make you no come. It's true. But Father, now pray, say you are anointed go locate you today. You will come. On the 28th, neighbor don't start. I'll go hospital 6 m. I'm not there with my baby.
Praise the Lord. Sister went into labor 6 a.m. in the morning, and the labor lasted up to 11 p.m. in the evening. Then she was booked for CS. And when she was booked for CS, her mind was shaking. She started praying and asking God to intervene. And to the glory of God, she was taken into the theater. Before the operation would be carried out on her, she delivered her baby. Turn for Jesus.
My name is Mr. Anthony Anyeji. I used to come to adoration, but not regularly. It's my wife and children that used to come every time, almost every time. My testimony happened last Tuesday. After my wife came to adoration. Then she came back. In the night, all of us were together in the shop. Unknown to us that the enemy has planned another thing. We don't know that there is a wire from pole that is touching the zinc of our shop. Not only our shop, but all the shop in that line. But why the thing manifested in our shop is because we have gather. We don't know that even the zinc, there's light in that zinc. There's light in the gather, unknown to us. And the gen was on. When the NEPA brought light, I went inside and changed the switch. Then going out to go and off the gen, I just used my 2 hands to hold it together. That is how I was electrocuted. The thing seized my 2 hands and been shaking me. All the customers around, my children, my wife, everybody, people were crying. I can remember hearing people crying, some praying, some shouting Jesus. I myself, I was confused. I could not do anything. No help, nothing. At a time, I could not breathe. I could not breathe very well. I was almost lost. Decided that, well, as long as God put this in my mind that I'm about to die, let me say my last prayer. I say, Jesus, forgive my sins. Jesus, forgive my sins. Unknown I don't know what is happening again. The only thing I heard that one big noise in this my hand that was hanging like this. Bro! My hand fell down. Another one this side, my hand fell down. Then I'm about to fall. Some people helped me out and dragged me outside. They opened team milk and started putting on me. Behold, this was my wife that ran away and brought a big plank somewhere. I don't know. And Jesus, Jesus, used my angel to deliver me. Praise the Lord.
Adorers, praise the Lord. My name is Boniface Ikenna. Actually, I came down to Lagos last year, and my intention was to see if I can secure admission outside Nigeria. So last year I tried and tried, nothing happened. And December last year I traveled. So I kept trying from where I was, but nothing seemed to be working. And I didn't relent in my prayers either. So last month, I came back to Lagos, and my sole intention was, God, if it's your will, you do it. If not, just tell me what I should do. So when I came, I resumed the normal Tuesday adoration, so I kept committing it to God. And the way I was hearing admission here and there, people testifying, so I queued in. I told God, you've been doing it, so I will not be the last person. I queued into it, so I applied to so many schools, both schools in Canada, and what I kept receiving was sorry, this and that. They couldn't admit me. So last Tuesday, I said, God, I'm coming here to testify this Tuesday, whether you like it or not. My time is now. So I kept praying, I prayed like I never did before. Then Thursday morning, I went for my normal exercise in the morning. So after the training, I picked my phone. The first thing I did was to check my mail. And all I saw was, congratulations, you've been offered admission in Dubai. And it happened in such a way that it came with a partial scholarship. So the school, they looked at my O-level results. They said it was so wonderful. So they gave me an academic excellence scholarship. So I was very happy. I didn't know what to do. So I told my parents, and they were happy. So I said I will fulfill my promise by coming out to testify today. Adorers, praise the Lord.
Adorers, praise the Lord. I have a testimony, and actually this is my first time coming out here. This is my first time coming out here to testify. It happened on the 6th of November, precisely the first Tuesday of November. I was here. Father Leo he prophesied that in that adoration, that on the 6th of December, that someone's pregnancy strip was going to test positive. I keyed into that prayer for my sister-in-law and for my best friend. My son-in-law has been 6 years without a child. Then my best friend, 4 going to 5 years. So I prayed and keyed into that prayer. I told God, please, that these people are so nice, and not just about their niceness, but please just remember them. I want them to end this year with so much praise. Just do this for them. That on that 6th, I'm holding on to that 6th as a covenant date for them, that they will test positive. So as soon as the adoration was over, I sent a text to my sister-in-law and to my friend. And in that, before I sent the text, I already saw her message. She was like, that we, her family, that we should please join her in an agreement, 9 days novena prayer. I was like, coincidentally, I'm just coming back from adoration. And I keyed into a prayer for you that on the 6th of December, that you're going to text positive. Because I believe God has heard all your cries. And that 6th is going to be a covenant date. Just stir up your faith, that only your faith can work for you this time around. She said, amen. So 2 days later, we started a 9 days novena prayer. It was a midnight prayer with fasting, of course. Very, very, very stressful, but we did it all. Then after the whole 9 days novena prayer, we changed our prayer point to Thanksgiving, keying into that 6th of December to be our covenant date when God will manifest his promises. And also according to 2 Chronicles 20:20, that when we believe the words of the prophet, that we should be established. And I believed the prophetic declaration of Father Leo that day. So I believed on that 6th, something was going to happen. So on the 5th, I still prayed. I told God, thank you for their conception. Then on the 6th morning, she tested. She went to the bathroom. She tested and she saw positive. That's for my sister-in-law. After 6 years of childlessness and all the discouragements and everything she got from people, on that 6th of December, that covenant date Father Leo declared, she tested positive. And she has gone to hospital to do a blood test and it still came out positive. I'm coming out here to testify, to stir up someone's faith out here who is about to give up or who is almost counting the days of December that it's almost over. God can still do it for you, honestly. And for my best friend, I still believe God will still do it for her. Even though she hasn't tested positive yet, I still believe that miracle can still happen in her own case. And for every adorer believing God for a miracle of a child, you will receive yours too in the name of Jesus.
Adorer, praise the Lord. I want to thank God for restoring my mother to life. It happened last year. She fell sick. We took her to hospital and she was admitted. She stayed close to 1 week in the hospital. So thank God, doctor said that she's okay. She came back home. So after 3 days, my mother gave up. And I keep on praying. I say, God, I'm the only one remain for my mother to see her child. Nothing will happen to my mother. She will be alive and see my own child. So we keep on praying, keep on praying. All hope have gone. So there's nothing we can do. We started telling people in the house to leave the room. So my second brother now called my elder brother and tell him the situation at hand. So he said, okay, that he will soon come back. So after 3 days, in the next 30 minutes, so my mother came back to life. So thank God for her life. And I want to thank God that God see me through. See me through throughout 9 months. And he brought me safe delivery. And today my mother is alive in the land of living. And it is my prayer that she must see my baby. And today my mother have carried my own child as she did for my sibling. Adorer, praise the Lord.
Adorer, praise the Lord. I'm thanking God to give me a son. I have 3 daughters. I thanking God. Last 2 months, I matched something in my shop. So since then, my dear, I don't get myself. But on Sunday, I cry. I say, God, if he delivered me, I'll come to adoration and testify. I use anointing oil. I beg my sister to give me small. So on Sunday evening, I poured that anointing oil in my leg. I thank God today, every pence has disappeared. I match Ashele. Igbo people call it Ashele. But I thank God today, all the pence, no one again remain. Adorer, praise the Lord.
I don't know about you, but there is God here. And miracles still happens. The testimony is about my sister. She took in earlier this year. And since then, she has been having series of attacks. On this fateful day, during the 9 days family restoration, we were praying in the parlor. She came out of the room shouting her head, her chest. So I held her hand, I prayed with her. But the pain kept on. Then, around past 12, I called my mom. My mom said we should rush her to the hospital. Luckily for us, the father-in-law was around. So we went to the hospital where she registered for antenatal because she was pregnant. Then there, the doctor said her BP was too high. Then while they were checking her, she started convulsing. And after the first series of convulsion, the doctor said we should move her to Isolo General Hospital. On our way to Isolo, she had a second convulsion. When we got to Isolo General Hospital, flushed from the entrance, the matron there said we should go back, that they cannot handle her case.
So they referred us to Ilut. So on our way to Lut, she had another convulsion. She was still pregnant. Then when we got to Lut, my mom already called her sisters who waited for us at Lut. The moment we got to Lut, my auntie spoke to some of her doctor friends, and they didn't even run any tests because she was convulsing from the entrance. They moved her straight to the theater. When they brought her the baby wasn't breathing, and the baby was premature. So the baby was rushed to incubator. That's where the baby was. My sister wasn't breathing at that time. She had already entered into coma. We were running around. And at a point, the next day, she wasn't still breathing. She wasn't still fine. They said there wasn't space for ICU at Lut, that we needed to move her to a private hospital. The baby was still at Lut, so we moved her to Bolade, where she was put at the ICU. Then she was in coma for about 11 days. My mom came to Lagos and said, this wristband she's wearing, that there is where my sister goes to worship every Tuesday, that I should take her there. So that night, when she convulsed again, that night, I brought my mom here. It was around past 8. We met with some of the priests. Although I was chatting with Father Leo, who said, a daughter of Omihuku Jesus cannot die. At a point, I'll be scared. But if I remember what Father Leo said, I will hold on to that. When we met with some of the priests, they counseled my mom, told her to stop crying. My mom was virtually rolling on the floor here. They told her to stop crying. They gave her holy water and told her to come to the altar to pray. When I came to the altar with my mom, I couldn't say anything because I had prayed enough. I just kept crying. I said, my sister comes there every Tuesday to worship you. This is the time for you to actually show that you are her God. I was looking at Jesus here, and it felt so real, like he was standing right in front of me. I was crying. Lo and behold, Father Leo called me immediately, and I picked the call. He said if I can bring her. I said no. She's on life support. She cannot be moved. Do you know, when we drove out, there was traffic outside. We had seen on the street. Father Leo called me again and said he will keep praying for her. My auntie who was with my sister, called me and said my sister had woken up and she said she was hungry. The traffic was holding us, but the traffic could not hold Jesus. Jesus went before us and restored her. Oh, I thank you, Lord Jesus, for not putting her to shame. I cannot even thank him enough. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
Dara, praise the Lord. My name is Amakonyo Kozi. I started this adoration February this year. So I'm giving this testimony on behalf of my daughter, who is a student of University UNN Nsukka. She studies 4 years course. She got admission before she went there. But two weeks before her convocation, she called me, Mommy, they say I did not come to that school with any admission. You should pray for me. I say, okay. But one time I want to say you that you will read Psalm 121 for me. Then I will continue praying for you. That day, I come for adoration. The father said, my God will visit me at my 11th hour. So I was here saying, God, visit me at the 11th hour. And I go to the grotto and pray for Mary to intercede on my behalf. At the end of everything, she still called me. Some people's names has come out, but her name is not among the list. My husband started panicking. I say, I know the God I serve him. So that Sunday, being a feast of Corpus Christi, he said that he knows somebody that will help my daughter. I said, okay, but I know somebody that will help me. It's Omihuku Jesus. So we went to Corpus Christi. When we reached there, some people are dancing. You know how it happens there. But I say, I will not be among their group. I will be among the group of Sacred Hearts of Jesus. There I will tell my God all my challenges, because I know why I am here. After everything, on Monday evening, 4 days before the convocation ceremony, She called me again, say, Mommy, my name is out. And I come out with 2-1 on that university. Today, as I standing here, she had do her convocation. She's a graduate now. Praise the Lord.
Adora, praise the Lord. Praise the Master Jesus. My name is DK Emmanuel. I'm from Imo State. I have been praying for a visa for a long time. But last week, Father Leo is prophesying that someone will receive visa. I claim it with faith. I don't know it is me. So reaching on Friday, my wife called me from Hong Kong, telling me that my visa is out. So I'm here to testify the goodness of the Lord in my life.
Okay.